is being given from the Georgia Council of Court Administrators to the Cobb County Family Law Workshop. Every year, our council solicits nominations from court administrators around the state to highlight a program or some function in their local jurisdiction that has impacted them and made a difference. Most of these programs happen to benefit those who may not have the means or may not want your services as attorneys. No problem there. All of the nominations that we receive stand on their own merit. They're all very, very good programs. However, every year there can only be one winner. And so, as a member of the executive committee, of course, my day job, I'm the Deputy Superior Court Administrator in DeKalb, but I live in Cobb County, so when it was sent over to me, I was happy that the Cobb County was the winner of this year's award. Now, I'll tell you a little bit about the reason why this particular Court Program of the Year award was created. What court administrators typically have to deal with, and Tom certainly can tell you that I'm telling the truth. You have issues locally that need to be addressed that the Board of Commissioners or City Council for our municipal courts may not be willing, able, or ready to fund and address. So what you try to do locally is come up with some sort of a plan to address this problem that's not going to go away. And typically the best programs are those that entail little to no public funding. This is one of those programs. I had no idea that our Family Law Center in DeKalb County had, from its beginning, had discussions with the folks here in Cobb Superior Court. So of course, when I saw that our executive committee had voted and selected this program for Program of the Year, I immediately went back to our family law director and said, why were we beat out by Cobb County? But it's typical. Cobb has always been at the forefront of programs and services and finding ways out of no way at all. So without further ado, if I could get Judge Grubbs, Judge Schuster, Judge Staley to please come up and accept this year's, oh, Judge Ingram, I'm sorry, I didn't see you sitting over there. This year's 2014 Georgia Council of Court Administrators Program of the Year Award. And I'll say that'll be all for me, unless one of the judges would like to speak on. I know Judge Staley from the very beginning.
Well, thank you so much for this award. It's a remarkable recognition. The Family Law Workshop began at the behest of Judge Ingram. She was chief judge at the time, and certainly the self-represented litigants were kind of clogging things up, especially for the senior judges. So it's probably from one Judge Ingram to the other Judge Ingram saying, please help. So Lark takes me to lunch, and I figured, okay, this is not going to be good. And she said, I'll buy lunch. And I thought, this is going to be bad. And then she says, we need to solve this problem. And I looked at her and said, you're chief judge, that means I need to solve this problem, don't I? So I entailed Judge Schuster, and we brought together the players, the Cobb County Bar Association, Legal Aid, and the Superior Court. And we decided to survey what was going on in the state, and indeed we went to DeKalb County, and they were remarkable. But they do something a little different over there. They spend money on this. We didn't think in Cobb County that was the Cobb County way. So we decided instead that we would do things the Cobb County way. We would get volunteers together. We pulled together the volunteers out of the Bar Association. Daryl Sutton was remarkably helpful in getting volunteers together. We put a PowerPoint together so that when people go to the clerk's office, pro se, self-represented, and say, how do I fill out this form? The poor clerk doesn't have to say, I can't tell you. The clerk can hand them a brochure and say, go to this free workshop. It's a PowerPoint. They're volunteer lawyers of the Cobb County Bar Association. Legal aid will be there. There are forms you can buy that are inexpensive. And we urge you to get a lawyer, but if you're not going to get a lawyer, this will help. And it does help. And to be recognized in this way, it's been kind of a labor of love for all of us, and we've actually had a good time and laughed and made some inappropriate jokes, but that would be us. This is very meaningful, and I can only say thank you very, very much.